Hello and welcome back to another episode of Saving Scunthorpe, and we are playing in the FA Cup today, and we are out for revenge. We are out for revenge because we are playing Brentford once again in the third round of a cup. I believe it was the third round that we played them in the League Cup. It was indeed. Once again, we are the home team against them, but we are coming into this one in quite a lot of form. As you can see, we haven't lost since October, so hopefully we can take that momentum into that game against Brentford. But first of all, we have got Portsmouth at home. They're currently in 14th. We are in third place so far. We had a recent draw with Exeter, which had we beat them, we would have ended up in the top two. However, we are very much in the hunt for automatic promotion. Luton have finally got into positive points. If you're happy to hear that we are in the chase for the automatic promotion spots, leave a like down below, comment if you think we can achieve that this season, subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and let me know if this new layout of FM's okay. I've zoomed it in a bit just because it makes the skin work a bit better in some of the player stats and things like that. Let me know if that's alright. If it's a bit overbearing, let me know. Probably works out quite nice for YouTube if I'm being honest. Let's jump into the Portsmouth game. And our lineup today, we've got Izagirre in goal, Yarangoye as the right back, Demon and Boake in defence with Heath at left back, McGee and Lewis in midfield with McAllister on the right, Brogio on the left, Perkins in the number 10 and Flood up front as the lone striker. Perkins on the ball here early on in the game, finds McAllister on the right who sends a ball in towards the box but it's headed away. Brogio collects it, sends it back to Flood, and we've got a penalty. Flood has been tripped by Wilkins and has a chance to put us 1-0 up within the first minute of the game, and it's straight at the keeper and saved. Corner kick now from the left-hand side. McAllister's going to send it in, sends it towards the far post. Zeman was there, it's headed over the bar though. Basically with the free kick for Portsmouth just outside his own area, and they play the ball down the left-hand side and it's back to Wilkins. They're playing with like a back four, but Wilkins seems to be very much sitting back there. I think he's probably down as like a half back for them from the looks of that, so that they can kind of play in more of a back five. And he's got the ball again for Portsmouth. Ball over the top towards Bishop. Easy for Boake to head back to Izagirre, and then he rolls it out back to Boake and then forward to Lewis. Finds Brogio on the left who takes it past his man. Got space to run into and plays it back to Lewis, who gets himself into the box, puts the ball across the box. Perkins, that's 1-0. A lovely goal. 12 goals this season for Perkins, and we find ourselves in the lead. Free kick right on the edge of the area for us here. It's going to be Flood who stood over it, and he hits the post. I mean, it took a massive deflection off the wall, but McAllister plays it back to McGee. Back to McAllister, ball over towards the far post. McAllister was offside. Heath with a throw in on the left hand side, short to Lewis, and then he plays it back across to Zeman, and he plays it forward to McGee. He's going to run into space down this right hand side, finds McAllister who tries to go past his man, ends up doing so at the second attempt, finds Flood who's been tripped. We have another penalty. Wilkins again with the push on Flood. This time it is going to be number 12 Lewis stepping up to take the penalty. It's saved again. Oh my goodness, if we don't win this game because of these missed penalties. Corner kick for Portsmouth. Buckley is going to send it in. It's towards the near post. Wilkins, the man who's given us 2 penalties, has equalised for Portsmouth. Bowler with the ball quickly intercepted, and Zeman has it for us now. He plays it back to Yarangoye at right back and then back inside to Zeman. He's going to bring it across field. Lewis back to Boake, and then surely this is going to go forward now. Goes out to Heath on the left-hand side, who's got space to work with down there. Gets it forward to Brogio, who just about keeps it in play. Gets it back from Lewis, who crosses the ball out to McAllister on the right. Into the box. Perkins, that's a big chance and a good save from Macy. Lewis with the corner kick though. He sends it in to the far post. Wilkins heads it away. Yarangoye heads it back to McAllister, who keeps it in play. Finds Boake. And then across the box towards Flood, but it's kicked away and McSweeney collects it for Portsmouth. So we reach half-time in a game we've utterly dominated, and somehow it's 1-1 because apparently our team don't know how to score penalties. We're going to make some changes now. We're going to bring Conahan on for Flood because he's not really managed to be effective outside of winning the penalties, but hopefully Conahan will offer something different as a target forward for us. And then we'll bring Ramsey on for Yarangoye, and we'll bring Russell Denny on for Lewis as well. Ramsey on the ball here, plays it back to Zeman and then out to McAllister on the right-hand side. Finds Perkins, who finds Conahan. He's got man on his left, finds Brogio, then back to Russell Denny over the top for McAllister into the box. Conahan gets the goal. Super sub working exactly as intended. That is 2-1. Brogio on the ball here, plays it back to Russell Denny, who loses it. McSweeney playing the ball down the side, finds Bishop, who's in behind our defence across to Lateleif. And that would have been incredibly frustrating to concede at that point. And in a game that we've absolutely dominated, we only win 2-1. Score 2 penalties, it's 4-1, and arguably we should have been a lot more comfortable than that, regardless of the penalties. But a win nevertheless, and Exeter only draw, which means for now we are in the top 2. We've made 3 changes for the game against Brentford. We've got Lister in at right back. We've brought Russell Denny into midfield to replace Lewis, and Jones comes in on the right hand side replacing McAllister. We're going a little bit more cautious in this game, understandably, and a little bit more towards a counter-attacking game, and hopefully we can score a little bit of a shock. Izagirre with a goal kick early on in this game, plays it short to Boakai, and he's going to bring it out from the back. Finds Brogio, who goes over the top towards Flood, who's found himself one-on-one with the keeper. Oh, he's put it over the bar. That's a brilliant chance. Lissa with a throw-in, finds McGee short on the throw-in, plays it across to Zeman, and then Heath over the top towards Brogio, brings it down in the box, puts it across the box. It's deflected and gone in off Illich. We lead 1-0 against Brentford. While this is happening, I should mention, we have had the draw for the FA Cup 4th round. The winner of this tie will face West Ham away from home. Heath has a throw in here, nearly finds Perkins, but then wins it back. Perkins to Brogio, puts it in the bottom corner. It's 2-0. Oh my goodness. Are we looking at getting revenge against Brentford? Heath with a throw-in on the left-hand side. It's a bit further away from the Brentford box this time. He gets it back from Perkins, and then they work it to Russell Denny, who goes down the left-hand wing, loses it to Collins a bit easily, though. And now they play it out from the back. Jones is giving it straight to him, but he gives the ball away. He gets it straight back. Jones back to Russell Denny, to Brogio on the left-hand side. Puts the ball across the box. Jones can't win the header, and it's put out towards Joel Linton on the left-hand side for Brentford. Crowd now finds Tony, and then back to Janelt. Bajlic is on the ball here, running towards the right-hand side of our pitch. The right-hand side for them, I should say. Left-hand side for us. Janelt then plays it back to Illich. Janelt across to Joel Linton in the box. He's going to try and put it across. He does to Crowd, and it's 2-1. So we reach half-time, 2-1 up against Brentford. And if we can keep this up and win this game, it would be an absolutely fantastic victory for us. We are going to drop the passing down to be slightly less direct, just to see if that helps us. And we'll go to working the ball in the box, just because we've got the lead. Jose Victor with a throw-in for Brentford. Janel loses the ball to Perkins, but gets it back and drives into the box. And it's a shot tipped over the bar by Izagirre, meaning we keep the lead, but they've got a corner. They have been piling on the pressure in this second half, although it's not produced any highlights. Match momentum is strongly in their favour. Izagirre punches the ball away, only as far as Williams, and Jimenez is going to bring it back at us. Taking it down the right-hand side. Brogio with a good tackle to knock it out of play. We're going to make a change here, and it's going to be to bring Perkins off for Barkworth and Brogio off for Beale, just because those two are absolutely knackered. We could do bring in someone else on, but for now I think we're going to leave it at that. Martson with a throw-in for Brentford finds Tony, but Russell Denny wins it back, plays the ball forward, but Illich is easily able to bring that down. And now Martson for Brentford playing it out again. Jose Victor running into space. McGee gets it and plays it back to Zeman, who goes back to Izagirre. and Boakai receives it from him. Out to the right hand side for Jones, who knocks it inside but can't find Barkworth. Janelt goes back to their goalkeeper, and Collins receives it from him. Out to Jimenez. Finds Shogbeni, who's going to drive it inside. Finds Tony. Janelt through to Bob, and a fantastic save from Izagirre keeps us in it. It's a corner kick though. Bob's going to send it in towards the far post. Headed away by Lissa. Jose Victor's going to go and collect it. And the highlight does end. We are now minutes away from a huge result here. We're going to bring Lewis on for Heath. And we're going to actually change him just to a fullback on defend. We're going to bring Conahan on up front just to be a target forward, just in case we can get the ball lumped towards him. And we'll leave it at that for now, but we are also going to start time wasting as well. Beale has the ball on the left hand side for us here, plays it inside to Barkworth, back to Beale, and then he switches play towards Jones. So Jones has been gifted a chance. Oh my goodness, how's he not wrapped that game up? But despite a huge chance for Jones to actually wrap the game up, we do win 2-1 against Brentford. Absolutely brilliant result. And we get into the FA Cup 4th round. And because we've got into the FA Cup 4th round, that means we will be playing West Ham away at the Trevor Brooking Arena. 84th. Have they built a new stadium? Oh my goodness. They've built a new stadium. It's absolutely huge. It's only been open a year. So let's just have a quick look at... Where do we look at it? Stadium. Structure. Is that it? No? Stadiums. That'll do it. West Ham, bar Wembley, have the biggest stadium in England. That is quite surprising. And fantastic for us, because even if we lose, that should be a big revenue payout for us. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. We will come back for that game against West Ham because of it being the longest run we've had in the FA Cup. So we will be back very shortly, but it's going to be worth it. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment, what do you think we can do against West Ham? Subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and thank you very much for watching.